Hi, in this video I'm going to go over a couple of homework problems in section 4.1. We will start with number 6. And so it says here the data in the table to the right are based on the results of a survey comparing the commute time of adults to their score on a well-being test. Complete parts A through D below. All right, so first of all, it says which variable is likely the explanatory variable and which is the response variable. So we've got commute times and we've got well-being score on a test. Well, I'm going to say that the commute time is affecting the well-being because I know that commute times can stress you out. Versus well-being, I don't think that's going to affect my commute time. All right, so the explanatory variable is commute time and the response variable is the well-being score because commute times affect the well-being score. Sounds good to me. Let's go on to the next one. So we need to do a scatter diagram. Now basically you're just plotting these points. We'll just let StatCrunch take care of that for us. So we'll go to Stat, Regression, Simple Linear. We want to choose the commute times. That's our independent variable or the explanatory variable, and then the score would be that's our score on the wellness test. So let's go ahead and compute. So while we're here, we're going to write down a number, and that would be the correlation coefficient, which is, careful there, it is negative 0.981 if we round to 3 decimal places. Now here's our graph, and so I want to make this a little smaller so I can also view the other graphs, and we got to figure out which one's which. So our scales tend to look a little differently, or they're different, and so the graphs can be, you got to be careful. Notice here this is starting at, I'm not sure what it's starting at, 60. Well, I guess that's not too much different, but anyway, you can see that it looks like it's going to be this one here. So let's go ahead and choose B. And then it says determine the linear correlation coefficient between commute time and well-being. Well, we found that that was negative 0.981. All right, so let's see, does a linear relation exist between the commute time and well-being index score? Well, let's see. So we know it's yes. Well, we think it's yes. What we should do first is go look at our critical value. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data points here. So we got to go to 7. So our critical value is 0.754. And so remember, we had gotten that R was negative 0.981. So the absolute value of that is 0.981. So that is greater than 0.754. So we do have a negatively associated relationship here. So let's see, yes, the variables commute time and well-being, not positively, we need negatively here. Let's see, yes, and D, the variable commute time and well-being are negatively associated because R is negative, it is, and the absolute value of the correlation coefficient is greater than the critical value, which we found to be 0.754. So this is our option here, and that's it for that one there. Let's go on to number 8. Says the linear correlation between violent crime and percentage of the population that has a cell phone is negative 0.918. So it looks like we have a negative correlation. For the years since 1995, do you believe that increasing the percentage of the population that has a cell phone will decrease the violent crime rate? So there seems to be some kind of an association here, but it says here, what might be a lurking variable between percentage of the population with a cell phone and violent crime? So will increasing the percentage of the population that has a cell phone decrease the violent crime rate? Sure doesn't seem like it. Let's go ahead and choose no here. And there are things such as, let's see, since there's a lurking variable between the percentage of the population with a cell phone and the violent crime rate, the two variables correlation does not imply causation. What might be a lurking variable between percentage of the population with a cell phone and violent crime? Let's see, the police, the economy, overall cell phone strength, the average cell phone's effectiveness as a weapon. How about the economy? Now, if it was something to do with police, it might be the policies of the police as far as are they actually enforcing the law or not. So that, but the economy definitely would be a factor. So let's go with that one. And all right, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope that helps.